My name's Brent with Warbear. What's your name?
My name is Alex. Nice to meet you.
And what are you cosplaying today?
I am cosplaying as Saitama from One Punch Man.
And what made you want to cosplay as him?
Mostly because he's bald. I think there's not enough representation in the anime, in the comic, in the fantasy world of bald men. And so when One Punch Man came out and he had absolutely no hair, I was like, I gotta be him. I gotta be him. That's awesome. So
I keep waiting for somebody just to do the little fake hair and then be able just kind of try sneaking around and then pulling it off.
I'll have to do that next year. That's actually a really good idea.
Did you make your costume?
No, I actually I bought it, and it's definitely not that great of quality. I think there's a big tear down my butt. But,
that sucks.
But my cape hides it, so
that works.
I think I'm okay. So,
how many years have you been coming to nebraskon?
I want to say 4 or maybe 3. I think it was 3 years ago that my friend and I, Gage, we both came here, and I debuted as One Punch Man, and we had a lot of fun, and we just had to come back. I had no idea. I'm from California. You know, my friend said, hey, you should come to nebraskon with me. And I'm like, Nebraska has a con? And then, I went over and I just absolutely fell in love with it. So I've been coming ever since. Awesome.
That's impressive knowing you guys have the San Diego con and you come out to this con.
Yes, well, San Diego is mucho pricey. So,
yeah, I tried looking into that one year. I'm like, that'll probably stay a dream vacation for me.
Yeah, it's quite a bunch.
What is your favorite thing about nebraskon?
nebraskon? I just like meeting different people. I like people who go like, One Punch Man, or like, sort of acknowledge my cosplay. It's good to chat with people, and I don't think I've ever met anyone who was mean or nasty here. It's just a great group of folks, and I think that's what keeps me coming back.
That is awesome to hear. I love hearing that more and more.
Right, yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to see come to nebraskon, or would you like to see happen at nebraskon?
I don't know. I'm kind of sad because I don't really get into it as much as I should. I don't go in any of the panels. I kind of show up late. And so I think, if anything, I need to be present here and be more active in nebraskon in order for me to give critique. So far, I love it. I have no problems about it. There's party rooms. There's
Well, that's actually my most common answer. Nothing. It's perfect. I love it the way it is.
Exactly. It's nothing I would change. I love the venue. The venue's great. It's always nice. And they keep adding more stuff. Like, there's a bar over here and whatnot. And I think it gets better every year. And there's more people that turn up every year, which is good because the news, the con is spreading. It's spreading.
And I'm so happy about that. I'm happy but sad and scared at the same time because I'm afraid it'll get too big and they won't house us here.
That's true.
And it's like, no, I love this place. No. I don't know if you were, I think it was 3 years ago they did. We had it at a different hotel.
Oh, I don't think I was there for that. Because I've only done it here, actually, so.
Yeah, I think it was 3 years ago. It might have been 4. Worst experience for a nebraskon ever. Hated the hotel. Hated the venue. I love nebraskon, but I like the panels and a lot of stuff. And everybody for nebraskon was great, but the hotel service and the people at the hotel were awful.
Oh, yeah.
None of us liked the layout of it. They even shut down, like, the bars and everything at 10:30.
My goodness. I don't even know what to say. No comment.
No comment. You don't do that.
No. Of course not.
I'm just thinking, loss of income. You know how much they just, nope, we're not doing that.
I know. It's just, I'm glad that this is kind of like the home base for nebraskon. It's just perfectly laid out. It's convention center. Everything, it's so open.
Everybody I know from it, the friends I've made, they're all like, yes, let's go back to...
Going back to the RL.
So, yeah, it was... really, really nice to come back here. And thank you again for doing the interview.
Oh, thank you for interviewing me. I am so flattered and honored.
All right, my name is Brent with Four Bear Films. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Kayla.
Josh.
And what are you cosplaying today?
What am I cosplaying? Okay, so we got married on Saturday, and these were the outfits that we wore to our wedding. And so mine's kind of like a generic Game of Thrones, like Arwen from Lord of the Rings mix. So
I'm wearing the Nordic carved armor from Skyrim. It's my favorite armor set from Skyrim.
And did you make your costume?
I did, yes.
How long did it make you, and what did you all have to do to make?
That one didn't take me that long. That was my first attempt at armor. And so there's a few things I do differently. But that one didn't take me very long. I want to say maybe a couple of weeks. Just working on it a couple of hours a night. So that one didn't take me very long.
You say first attempt, but that looks amazing to me.
Thank you.
I mean, the aging, the scar mark.
Thank you. Yeah, that was actually my favorite part, is going in with the Dremel and giving it that aged and textured look. And it's really funny, so I forgot to do the aging on the helmet, if you'll notice, and so I just say he's too dumb to wear a helmet. That's why there's no battle damage.
Pretty much, and it's a true story.
It's that serious. You guys did just get married?
We did. We had a Skyrim, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones themed wedding. We called it our Big Fat Geek Wedding.
Oh, that is awesome. That is
we
amazing.
were huge Skyrim fans, and
Oh yeah. So
totally jealous, not gonna lie. That is amazing.
thank you.
Very lucky man.
I know I am.
Thank you.
What all did you have to do to make your costume? I do see a lot of...
Mine? Well, this one took quite a bit more time than this did.
I do see a lot of custom sewing and stitching.
This is a pile of fabric 4 months ago. So I made, I took the green fabric and then put the dress itself together. And the trim up here is actually the dragon scale smocking that Daenerys uses on her dress. And then I went in and put all this embroidery around it and everything. So that took me quite a bit of time. But
I'm even looking at your cloak and the
yeah, the cloak.
That is, I'm definitely going to have to get some good pictures of that, because that is
I ended
amazing.
Up, with the cloak, I wanted the whole thing to be made out of this dragon scale fabric, but there wasn't enough, and this is like $21 a yard.
Ouch.
Yeah, so I ended up, this was an old blanket from Goodwill, and so I tore that apart, and then...
Thrift cosplay making.
Exactly.
Cannot emphasize.
In both of our costumes, I'm going to say maybe $200 into the dress, and
that's amazing.
maybe another $100 into the cloak, and that one I've got to say maybe $70. There was almost nothing. This was all
Couldn't
those...
tell it is... I had to when I seen the armor. I'm like...
Thank you.
You don't see people... You usually see it like flat and they made it look good, but they didn't put no age and distress into it like it...
The key to this one, so after you finish the armor, I sealed it with Mod Podge. I sealed it with Mod Podge, and then I went over the top with several layers of different colored silver to get that aged look. We call it dry brushing. So you take a dry brush with as little paint on it as possible, and you put just several layers on there. And then I went in after, because I put this on before I sealed it, all these little divots and stuff like that. Actually, that's so funny. There was one, my cat decided to chew it up. I don't know where it's at. It's on one of these sides, but it looks like perfectly fitting and stuff, so I just went with it. You have to go with it. It's battle damage. And so, and then I went in with some brown paint that's really watered down, and then you put it in there, and then you kind of tap it with a paper towel, and then it sticks down there on the bottom and gives it that kind of rusty look. I did the same technique on the Iron Throne. I don't know if you saw it.
No.
So you'll have to see that.
You're here tomorrow. We'll call you back out again. We did a full Iron Throne.
Well, if you bring the camera out, I'll drag it out.
I will probably be, I'm not sure at what time, I haven't set a time, but probably about the same time, I will be back out here doing interviews.
Okay.
Guarantee you
It doesn't move. It's over by the photography room. I can actually drag it out for an interview.
If you see me out at any time with the cameras and you see me, if I have my cameras on me, just say something. I will gladly come take pictures.
Yeah, because that one was the biggest undertaking. That took me 9 months. and I literally have 1,000 swords on there. It took me so long.
Oh, yeah.
Just gotta say, damn, that is just impressive.
Thank you. Well, I've been learning a lot from like YouTube and just trial and error kind of stuff. I've only been doing this for about a year, maybe.
Yeah, she didn't pick up a sewing machine until the early.
I literally had never touched a sewing machine before August of last year. And
I
came
would
and
not.
did- Thank you.
There's just
Now
no
I'm a
way.
season.
I
Now
could
it's like
not.
a job.
Not happening.
Oh, yeah. What she taught herself in a year's time is amazing.
That is.
But I think it was
Props.
so
I
great.
mean,
We
wow.
did the first look thing for the wedding. And I gotta say, I think my reaction was better than his seeing the bride at the wedding. I was like, oh my god, baby, you look amazing. Because we test fitted each of the pieces, but I've never seen it all together. Like, all completely dressed out and ready to go. And he looked amazing. I was like, you look so great.
How many years you been coming to Nebraska?
This is my third year, this is his second. So, it's been fun. This is our honeymoon. So.
Awesome. I call it my vacation, and I'm from around here, so.
Yeah, we live about 2.5 hours northwest of here. So.
I'm only about 30 minutes north.
Oh, that's not bad.
And so, what do you look forward to most for Nebraska?
Nebraska. Oh man, I love just the fact that it's like a giant party. Like that's the most fun part. Is the fact that it's different than so I've been to a lot of cons. I've been to Chicago, Atlanta, I've been to Kansas City, I've been all over. But I love Nebraska on the absolute most out of every con I've ever been to because it's literally just a giant building full of nerds with alcohol. It's awesome. Welcome to Nebraska.
I guess the best way I've heard it put is everybody's friendly and it's a big social group. Everybody's
Exactly.
friend. It's like a big friend. They say
It doesn't feel like a giant place where you have to buy a whole bunch of stuff. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
they
someplace
say-
you can come and just be around a whole bunch of other like-minded people.
And that's
have
what
fun.
most people seem to tell me is the
Yeah.
most common answer I get. The socialism, everybody's so friendly and nice and wants to just make friends with everybody.
Exactly. And that's what's so fun about it. I love it.
What do you look forward to most?
The fan panels, those are awesome.
Like the fan panels? Are you guys ever going to try doing a cosplay contest?
So I did the cosplay contest last year. I unfortunately did not take home an award. It was my very first attempt at sewing anything, ever. And I made a dress of Arwen from Lord of the Rings. And this was my second attempt. I think it came out.
I remember you from last year. I think I even did an interview with you last year.
I never did an interview last year.
Thought I seen you at that.
I did the cosplay contest Saturday
But I
night.
did see you in the cosplay contest. The other person that does this with us, do you remember the person who did the Metal Gear Solid Big Boss had a AVA foam red arm?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That is the other person that does this with us, Jason.
Okay.
And that is why he don't get to come out and do the interview.
You know, if things get a little hazy, I might have done an interview. I don't think so.
You tend to drink just over a little bit.
Well, you need the whiskey, the liquid courage to get up there in front of a whole bunch of people and stuff.
I'm pretty sure I got your interview before you went up there.
Maybe.
I'll have to look back because
Yeah,
now
let's
I'm
look
gonna
back.
have
I'm
to
curious.
check.
But yeah, this was my second attempt at Darwin, and
I
just
know
didn't
I
want
got
to-
photos of that.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna have to look back and find those and post them next to it.
I think this was a much better attempt because I actually I scrapped that dress. It's no longer in existence.
Oh, I thought it was amazing.
Well, there was things about it that it comes with experience. That fabric was very, very temperamental, and it didn't. There were certain spots that didn't line up correctly. It slipped a lot, and there were things I've learned over the course of the last year being a seamstress now as a job that I would never have used that fabric had I known. It's beautiful fabric. It's just very slippery. It has no give. Like there's no stretch. That's why this is stretchy. So it was, yeah, there was a lot of learning that came with it, and I needed the fabric more than I wanted to keep the dress around because I'll honestly never wear it again. It was very, very hot. There was no breathability.
Yeah, that's the downside to
Hence
cosplay.
the sheer sleeve.
Oh, yeah. I mean, layers of leather and fur.
Yeah, this isn't an actual 100% replica of the Nordic hard armor from Skyrim, because he's got like a big onesie suit that looks like with quilting all over it, and I was like, oh, honey, you're going to be roasting. We'll figure something else out. So,
at least it's somewhat winter-wise, so you're not, if it was middle of July, it'd be all hell.
Yeah, and then I didn't make the skirt. That I did not make. I'm sorry, the kilt. The Scottish skirt. So I didn't make the kilt or the boots, but the pauldrons. And then he burned those in the bonfire.
They look fine. They weather with that fire.
I would have guessed they were just, you did a weather check on them and that, and like tried making them the old like metal-like look on them. That's
yeah, they bubbled a little bit.
Nothing wrong with that. But thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
My name's Brent with Warbear. What's your name?
I'm Mike, and I'm cosplaying Heavy Weapons Guy from Team Fortress 2.
Awesome. Did you make your costume?
I made the Tomislav. Let's try and get that. I don't know how well it fits in frame.
We'll get pictures of it later.
Yeah.
I'll put up with it.
So I made the Tomislav. Everything else I just kind of bought. Like I bought the vest. I bought the bandolier from Walmart. The shirt and the pants. Most I did was on this side I have a Heavy Weapons logo. I didn't get time to do the other one, but a very simple costume. Most TF2 costumes are very simple. Most you have to make is like the weapons and the backpacks and all that.
I think it looks cool. I love the gun. That is amazing. What did you make it out of?
Mostly foam core. Almost everything is foam core except for the front handle and the barrel and the barrel cowling. The front handle is a tube of toilet paper. The barrel is one of those cardboard tubes from wrapping paper. And again, the front or muzzle brake is another toilet paper tube.
Awesome. That's ingenuity.
Yeah. A lot of it's just making shapes, trying to match the in-game model to real life, which it's kind of hard because they don't design for real life at all.
Yeah, I found out a lot of stuff they don't do that.
Yeah. Heavy's probably one of my easier costumes, though.
What other costumes do you cosplay as?
So first year I ever cosplayed, I did Super Mario. And the thing is that it was great because I can kind of do the voice. You want me to do the voice?
Awesome.
It's me, Mario. Thank you for coming to NebCon.
Awesome. That is cool.
See, the best part of it was I would go up to, like, people, I'd be walking down the hall, someone would be like, oh, Mario. And I'd be like, it's me, Mario. Everyone would freak out. They loved it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Then I started going a little crazy. I did the Zaku from Mobile Suit Gundam. Then I did the Custom. And both those costumes were great because everyone loved them, but they were also like super hard to, like they kept breaking, they kept malfunctioning. It was super hard to keep them running. It was just a nightmare.
And they get hot as hell.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm getting hot right now, and this is just a room full of people.
What's your favorite thing about nebraskon?
Oh God. There's so many things I can't narrow it down to one thing. But like, just being around so many people, it's like a Halloween party where you don't know anyone, but everyone's into the same shit you are. It's just, I was being around a bunch of new potential friends and just seeing their awesome costumes. Like, seriously, some of the costumes here are insane.
They are immaculate, some of these costumes.
And the thing is, like, everyone's so nice, because if you're a cosplayer, you know, even if it doesn't look the best, you know the time, the effort, the heartache that goes into it. So everyone's, like, super nice about it.
That is true. I really like that about here. It's one of the most common things I've actually heard interviewing people is they love how friendly everybody is.
Yeah, well, because I think it's just a matter of, even if it doesn't look the best, everyone sees the effort. It's the effort that really counts.
I agree. Anything you haven't seen at nebraskon that you would like to see come to nebraskon?
Oh. I don't know, man. There's a lot here. There's quite a there's quite a bit here. God, I can't really think of anything. Like, there's just so much here that it's its own feel. Like, can't really say anything they need. I don't know, maybe a bigger room for the Dake Meme Hour.
How many years have you been coming to Nebraska?
Oh, man, I don't even remember. I want to say at least 6. That's what I want to say. I'm not sure if that's correct or right.
I've been coming about 5 years. You had, I think it was here, and then it went to that crappy hotel that everybody hated.
Oh, I forgot one of my cosplays. So at that one hotel that no one liked, I was Power Master Optimus Prime. And I remember that cosplay because I walk out of the hotel and the legs immediately destroyed themselves.
Ouch.
Yeah, I wasn't quite used to the big and bulky stuff yet, so I had like a Optimus Prime upper body and I didn't know how to do the legs. So what I did is I just had like boxes dangling from my thread, and they just kept on catching on my feet, so I couldn't walk with them properly. So it just ended up destroying itself, and I'm like, okay, so clearly the legs need anchoring if you're going to do legs.
Learning.
That's how you learn. You break shit and then you learn.
Trial and error.
I'm sorry, should I be cussing or?
It's not a big deal. We're not monetized, but
Thanks,
if you
YouTube.
want to give us ads, we're more than welcome.
Support him on Patreon or whatever he's on. Support this man. He is a wonderful human being.
My name's Brett from Warmer Films. What's your name?
My name's Melissa.
Matt.
Fun.
And DJ.
And what are you cosplaying if you're cosplaying?
Stein from Soul Eater. And Doctor Strange from Marvel Comics.
And what made you want to cosplay that character?
They're kind of badass, I'm not gonna lie. Well, this is literally my favorite comic book character of all time, so.
And did you make your costumes, or?
I mean, really, she made most of it.
Yeah, for like us and a few others.
Although another friend made the clothes. So.
How hard was it to make those costumes?
Oh, it was easy for me because I didn't do anything.
I was.
Oh, okay.
Not too complicated. It just took a lot of time.
Did you enjoy making them? Were there things you would like to change, or things that turned out better than you think?
Mostly just my sewing machine. It's awful.
Yeah, we do need to kind of go have some new one.
I usually I could sew if my life depended on it. So.
That's why we had her do that, because she's the only one who can.
How long have you guys been coming to Nebraska?
This is, if I've counted correctly, my 12th year in a row.
Which would make 11 for me.
7 or 8 for me. Around 7 or 8 for me all.
Y'all got me beat 5 years for me. What is your favorite thing about Nebraska?
To meet new people and learn new things.
How about that?
Well, I mean, yeah, mostly it's the people, and part of that is the ones who are out here cosplaying too, because all these are real impressive.
Something I really enjoy about Nebraskon is just the community of it. You don't feel like you're excluded from something. Everyone is working out just as much as you.
True.
I don't know. I just like the panels and stuff like that.
Is there anything you guys would like to see at Nebraskon that you haven't seen?
More panels. This year feels kind of light, to be honest.
How about for the rest?
Really.
And my experience has been pretty great, but yeah, it's maybe a few more panels spread out a little bit better. Particularly during the cosplay contest, yeah, a lot of people enjoy it, but something for the few who don't want to deal with the crowd would be nice.
Is there any specific panel you would like to see?
That's the catch, isn't it?
Yeah. Any of those are ones that I keep secret for potentially putting in later.
How about for you? Any you would like to see?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
All right, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it.
All right, my name is Brent with Warbear. What is your name?
Jessica?
And what is your name?
Nate.
And what are you cosplaying as?
I'm Babette from Beauty and the Beast.
And I am Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast.
And did you make your cosplay?
We actually rented them from the local theater.
Our very good friend Jana, who works at the Waterloo Community Theater, made these. She's super talented.
They are amazing. I'm sure you are going to get reactions like we had, people hooting and hollering and yelling wow and singing Be Our Guest.
So, can I share a cute, quick little story?
Yes.
Okay, so he actually played Lumiere in our local production, and I was the music director. And on the invitational dress rehearsal night, when we were able to invite our friends and family, we were all called up on stage, including the music director and lights and all that. And Lumiere got down on one knee and proposed to me on stage in this very costume. And of course I said yes. How could I not?
That is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wonderful story. Have you guys even set a date?
Summer 2021.
Not nailed down, but we have a ring.
That is amazing. What do you like about the costumes? What made you want to come here and cosplay them?
So, Lumiere is one of my dream roles, and I was so stoked to be cast as him at our local theater. And, they're beautiful. Like I said, our friend Jana does a wonderful job on these, and so, how could I not? One of my favorite characters.
It is amazing. I do have to give that credit. That is just...
And he's got the voice to match.
How many years you been coming to Nebraska?
This is our third or fourth year. Yeah.
Fourth year.
Yeah.
What do you look forward to most at Nebraska?
I love the dealer room and all the room parties.
Hanging out with our friends.
That
well.
especially, yeah.
That is actually the most common answer I have got.
Yeah.
Have you been to other cons?
Yeah, we go to Anime, Iowa.
Anime, Iowa is the one we do every year because that's where we're from. Detour in Minneapolis.
We went to one in Portland last year.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
What was that called again? It just happened to be in Portland for something else. The KomoriCon, I think.
that
And then
was
it was like, anime convention, we're sharing with the
Happened to be
building.
there.
I'm like, okay, cool.
Sign us up. It's good.
What do you guys look forward to, or what would you like to see? I guess the best way. What would you like to see come to Nebraska?
I really like any interactive things where you can kind of be a part of the panel or games that everybody can kind of get involved in and that kind of thing. I don't know if there's any particular people or anything.
Is there anything like shout-outs to anything like the theater you guys are at, the showings, or anything you'd like to give?
Yeah, for sure. The Waterloo Community Playhouse in Waterloo, Iowa puts on some fantastic productions. That's where we got these costumes. Jana is our costume designer, and she's a genius. All of our friends there at the theater are just top-notch people, and the productions showcase a lot of the local talent that we have. Yeah.
All right, and thank you, and I'd